Electron.
Yeah, just like her.
Okay, so if you squint, and maybe what we could do is turn off the light back there. Is anybody close enough to hit at least one light? Because I don't think I can notice it. All right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so do you see, I'm just running it kind of over and over here. And what's happening is you can see a little BB go like down the wire. And you also see a value show up at the control. You see that 5 that's showing up? It's showing you what the value is. And it's also, I forgot to pay the haircut guy. That's what he's calling. Wow. All right.
It goes too fast.
Yeah, it's pretty quick, but you can see the, okay, so that's what execution highlighting is. We're looking at a paradigm simple case right now, so, it's not real meaningful, but when you get a complicated diagram and you need to see how things are flowing, there's your debug
You
tool.
slow it down.
Can you slow it down? You
You can step through, right?
yeah, you can, thank you.
What?
She knows more than she knows. Yeah, there's an execution highlighting, so yes, you can step through some things individually. I don't use execution highlighting a whole lot. I do
Start
think-
single stepping to 7
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, there's those buttons up there at the top. I don't use them a whole lot, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it.
Yeah.
Be aware that they're there, but there's other way to do it. What usually winds up happening when I code is I wind up with clusters full of data, and I can just see, I use state machine with an NI recommended flow every time I use state machine. I don't do non-state machine work generally. And that, just the way that the code's set up, I can just stop it on each iteration of the whatever state it's on, and by looking at the values in the big control cluster, I can, in effect, do the same thing. So, anyway, I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. I'd rather get you guys to where you can do the first piece of code. So, what else do we need to look at that's going to help you get there? Okay, execution highlighting. Okay, I'm going to write a program. Okay, I'm going to list out powers of 2. I'm going to write a program that does that. And so if you kind of follow along with this, you'll probably see how to do number 1. And once you get past number 1, all the rest of them are going to be a lot easier. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and start over. So to do that, I'm just going to say new VI right here, file new VI, and look, I get a brand new one. I'm just going to get rid of this other one and just get it out of the way so it doesn't create confusion for anybody. Let's see, untitled 1. All right, that should go away.
You have to close the front panel and the VI and the
Oh, it's doing this.
block diagram separately.
It's upset I didn't save it. So, so I'm going to go here to the front panel of Untitled 2 and I have to go to File, Save As. I usually operate in LabVIEW. I like to operate locally off my C drive. So what I'll do is I'll go to C. That's my OneDrive. I guess I should be operating off of OneDrive. That's the new way of doing things, huh? But I don't know. So here's my C. And I created a folder with AAA in the front. And there's probably a smarter one that would get me even closer to the top, but I've been using AAA for so long. See this temp work? I use that. That's my local operation point. And I can just put any old folder in there. This is all junk. If I need to back step up later, I can do it. Anybody who's coded, they usually have their little work section. So I'm going to create a folder in here called LabVIEW Class. And I think I can even put spaces and stuff now. I was working for one client and they got upset with me for using underscores, saying that went out of style 20 years ago. They were really upset about it too. I was like, but there's programs that can't deal with the space. It's like, no, they can all do it now. Okay.
Right up till they can.
Right, exactly. All right, so now I'm in this Save As box. I've created my LabVIEW class folder, and I'm going to give my VI VI means, does anybody know?
Virtual instruments.
Virtual instrument. So the things, the programs that we're making here are called virtual instruments. It's another word for program. It means the same thing, but you'll hear virtual instrument. So I'm going to give this the name, what are we even doing?
Powers of two.
Okay, dummy powers. Since I already wrote the word dummy. Dummy powers of two. Okay, but that's, I'm not calling anybody that. I just happen to have already written it and I feel like deleting it. All right, so I'm going to step through the powers of two. Let me tell the hairdresser I'm going to pay him. Ruggie. I did pay him. Hello? Okay. So, we're going to go through powers of two.
How's it look here?
So,
But I know how to turn it off. You really just want to be focusing on that.
I know
So, in order to step through powers of two, I'm going to start with just a simple numeric on the front panel.
Stay. You shouldn't have to adjust it at all.
And I'm going to leave it titled
Just
numeric.
leave it
Did you
focused on
notice
it.
when I placed it down that it came up highlighted like that? That's
Need a
good,
book or
because
something.
what you can do is when you place it down, you
It's
can
like
just
this
type the
could
name
move,
right
like
in.
this
So
could
that's one of the
You
little
can angle it
speed
like that.
tricks there. My numeric shows up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a for loop. And I guess I'm going to say I want to go 10 times, 10 powers of 2. I think we're going to run into a data type issue here, and I'm hoping that we do. In fact, I'm not going to use that data type, so we do run into a
I'm
problem.
not doing
so
it very
we can
well.
worry about that.
How did you grade that box? I didn't see.
The for loop?
Okay, yeah, let's step that one back.
Yeah.
That's awfully
Pain, I would
important,
just
isn't
set
it?
it on this.
Okay, to create the loops, where do you get your structures? And there's a lot of them in LabVIEW. But the ones that are important, the ones to start with, are this very first box. When you right-click on the block diagram and you see this folder,